Honestly speaking, how many Pakistanis are actually comfortable seeking court when in trouble? Or when they hear that somebody summoned to the court, involuntarily their eyebrow is raised? Or maybe some of them get goosebumps as well, who knows? But this is a well-known fact in the world that the justice system in Pakistan is incompetent and needs lots of reforms. Welcome back to Rebirth. Today we are going to discuss the strange world of the judiciary in Pakistan. Before we start our video, please do like this video, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any important updates. According to the World Justice Project's Rule of Law Index 2021 report, Pakistan ranked 138th out of 139 countries. But ironically, their judiciary thinks that they are on top of the world and are truly unmatchable. Why true? So let's throw some bright light on those flaws one by one. Justice delayed or justice denied? Can you believe that there are about 40,000 cases pending with the Supreme Court, about 300,000 with the 5 high courts, and about 2 million with the subordinate judiciary of the 4 provinces and the federal capital, according to the Law and Justice Commission of Pakistan. Wow, does the judiciary ever work? Or all it is an expert in giving and extending dates? To summarize, you go to the High Court and you are told, we don't have time, go to Supreme Court. You go to the Supreme Court and struggle for more than 2 years to get a decision. Your opponent goes to the Supreme Court and gets a decision in his favor within a day's notice, especially if he has lots of cash and an ocean of influence. The whole judiciary is one big joke, don't you think? This is the height of indolence in their justice system. Seriously, a tortoise seems like a Ferrari in front of this. This has shaken the trust and confidence of Pakistanis in their justice system. So they revert towards those systems which are running parallel to formal judiciary like Panchayat, Jargah, etc. This is because such informal courts take less time and are more conveniently located, and people are more familiar to understand the nature of the work of informal courts. One shameless example is the case of poor Mazhar Hassan, who was acquitted in 2016. But sadly, he was not alive to hear the sound of freedom as he was already dead in 2014. A hopeless case. Then there was this brutal case of banker Tariq Malik from Rawalpindi, in which he was wrongfully convicted of a crime someone else had committed. His case was in court from 1993, and although he got bail in 1995, but repeated court calls, the ever-fluctuating dates, and the constant removal of judges extended the case to infinity. He then got a court call in 2014. By that time, his whole family had forgotten about the case. He was wrongfully convicted of the crime and was imprisoned. He was sentenced to 7 years of imprisonment and a 0.3 million fine. However, he was acquitted in 2018, but imagine, the cruel judiciary chopped off the beautiful years of his life without even considering his age or health. The pathetically low educational standard of law studies. Strange, but in Pakistan, it is a common perception that pursuing an LLB and becoming a lawyer is easier than getting a degree in any other field. Seriously, is it that easy? The examination system for LLB is so mismanaged that many law students are found claiming that they can pass the exams with minimum effort from any university in the country and can then be regarded as lawmakers. The educational and examination system of LLB needs to be reformed as soon as possible, as many incidents show that the protectors of the law know less about law abiding. The lawyers in the country have very often been seen indulging in violence and activities that are inappropriate and don't suit the honor of the profession that they have. So lawmakers have become lawbreakers, huh? An example of such an illiterate attitude is recent. A large number of lawyers attacked the office of the Assistant Commissioner of Sialkot, Sonia Sadaf, after she demolished some illicit structures during the anti-encroachment drive. The Naib Tahsildar has also stated in his complaint to the police that after throwing out the furniture of the office of the female officer, the crowd of lawyers gathered at Kachari Chowk and used abusive language against the female officer. So what's the point of getting such a dignified degree when you don't know how to behave appropriately? Also, there is a dire shortage of competent judges, so an alarmingly increased number of cases adds burden and fatigue to their poor shoulders and directly affects their judging capabilities. Ever heard of such a lame excuse? Ridiculously different laws for the rich and poor. In the Pakistani justice system, the wealthy are above the law. Like in old folk tales in which you must submit your blood to enter the magical cave, over here you have to provide a bribe to win a case. The affluent can hire expensive lawyers, buy witnesses, can curb the poor victim, and get special documents and perks to win the case. For example, suppose a rich guy murdered a son that belonged to a middle-class worker. The worker cannot imagine going to court for justice because he knows the courts will cost much more than his lifetime of savings. The courtroom is too far from his reach. He cannot even go to the police since he has to fill their pockets as well. In the end, all he will do is settle with the rich guy with whatever amount he offers him. Even if the rich guy does not pay him anything, the poor guy cannot do anything about it. Apart from this, there are social pressures as well, like family honor and stigmas. Just try to fill the infamous Shahzeb Khan murder case in the above structure, and you will be on the verge of tears and deep anger will profound you. A crucial example is recently a powerful political party summoned a criminal from Dubai just to secure one damn vote. So where were the judges? Probably dozing off, but again, they were highly alert when they had to convict the people's leader Imran Khan for petty reasons. And believe me, Judiciary became so efficient in the above cases that it happily opened on Sunday and at midnight respectively. First world. Are you following? Promoting the apple of the eye. The culture of nepotism is another alarming issue. People that are relatives of serving judges are highly promoted. I thought it was only limited to Bollywood. However, in India, in Rule 6 of Advocate Act 1961, no judge's relatives can practice where the judge is serving. Such remorseless favoritism also prevails at the time of appointment and extension of judges by turning a blind eye to the competence and merit. It was at the time of the Supreme Court Chief Justice Iftikhar Muhammad Chaudhary, it was stated that candidates with minimum standing at the bar but with strong links with serving judges have been recommended for higher ranks. This is what the chairman of PBC, S.N. Boone, wrote in this regard. Many of the dropped judges were, for sure, more competent, law-knowing, and upright compared to many having been retained by giving extensions in service. He said, adding that disregarding the board's recommendations in the process indicated favoritism and nepotism of the members of the judiciary. Judiciary empties all pockets till they are torn. Pakistan is a poor country with the majority of the population lying below the poverty line. So the pricey justice system urges people to quit their struggles for justice. Another side of the coin is full of the unpredictability of lawyers as they charge an unbelievably towering fee. This is also due to the low income of lawyers. Or if they take meager amounts, then they deliberately prolong the case to collect a small amount for each hearing. So viewers, I hope I have shown you the fairly huge picture and unveiled the ugly face of the judiciary system of Pakistan. You all can see how it is deteriorating day by day, flourishing criminals and sucking the blood out of the poor common man. It won't change, believe it, just because the whole system is deep-rooted in mismanagement and corruption that is dragging the whole nation in one big dark pit. That's all from today's video. If you like the content, please do share it with your friends. See you in the next video.